Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to all of my subscribers and to those of you that have just recently joined me. I'm so happy you're here, and today we are diving a little bit more into mixed media. You guys seem to have enjoyed my previous video on mixed media techniques, on how you can decorate blank journal pages, and I will link it below and in the cards. But yeah, I wanted to make more. I know I for sure enjoy working with mixed media, and it gives me so much joy. So what I wanted to share with you today were some ideas on how you can make the most unique and gorgeous tabs for your journals. So all of this here, which you can see we will be making today, and these are the papers that we will make in the video. So we will be using all kinds of techniques. You can use whatever you have: acrylic paints, inks, watercolors, anything will do, and you will see how fun and simple this is and how of a unique look you will get for your journals. So yeah, let's get started. Okay guys, so let's start. This is so exciting. So first what we need to do is to prep our pages, and if you have watercolor paper, if you're using watercolor paper, that's awesome. You don't have to do this step, but watercolor paper is kind of expensive, and I just want to show you that you can do it with regular cardstock as well, and it isn't going to matter. This is like 170 GSM cardstock. It's really not that thick. And I'm also using a sheet of mixed media paper, which is maybe 200 GSM, so definitely nothing thick, not a watercolor paper. So what I'm going to use to prep it for mixed media, so that we can put watery media all over it and it won't soak into the paper, is I'm going to use clear gesso. And gesso is an acrylic primer that you use to cover up your surface that you want to prep for adding more media. And I'm going to use this gross looking present gift card that's no longer valid, and I'm just going to smoosh the clear gesso over my page. And again, this creates like an invisible transparent layer over your page, so that when you pour water on it, or like watercolor or ink or anything like this, it won't soak into the paper as it would if you didn't use gesso. It will stay on top, and so it will give us more kind of possibility to play with the colors, to play with the media, to the colors will also be brighter and more vibrant, because they will stay on top of our paper and they will get dry on top of our paper instead of soaking into it. And what I have under my piece of paper is just 2 copy paper sheets that I washi tape together, and this is my glass mat from Tonic Studios. So that's what I use usually when I'm playing with mixed media, because I don't want to be washing mixed media from my desk. So that's it, and I'm just going to dry it. You can let it dry for probably, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes, half an hour, but I'm just going to use my heat tool to dry it quickly. Okay, so my pages are prepped. In the meantime, I just prepped 2 more. So don't worry if they warp a little bit. This is a thin cardstock, so it may warp, especially if you try to dry it with your heat tool. And it's not perfectly dry, but I guess I'm too impatient to wait. So what I have here is just a simple watercolor palette. It's nothing fancy. It's from Van Gogh, and I think the brand is Talents. I will put it in the description box, but any watercolor will do for this project. So I also have my brush and a cup of water. You can see I was painting before, so it's not clear, but definitely use clear water. And I have a flat brush like this, very cheap one. And I have just a bottle of clear water. So I'm going to spray some of the paints, and here is where you want to think about your colors. Here are my journal signatures, you know, and I want to think about what colors I want the tabs to be. I know I have some purples, I have some teals and a little bit of green, I have more purple and green, I have some darker blue on the pages. So yeah, just going through them. I have some pops of yellow, not too much though. What else? More green, more tones of blue and purple. We have some pink here, some more yellow. So yeah, maybe we could go with like a yellow and pink and just a little bit of teal. Yep, let's try this. So because I was painting with purple and now I want different colors, I'm actually going to change my water. Okay, so I have my water clear, my brush is clean. Now I'm going to spray the colors that I want to use, that I think will work okay here, and I'm doing this to activate the watercolor so that we can paint with it without waiting for it to for the pigment to activate. It will already be on our palette. And the next thing I want to do is I want to spray my page, and here is why you prepped it, because if you sprayed your regular cardstock, the water would soak right into it, but here the water will actually stay on top and it will allow us to get some colors flowing. So let's give it a try. Let me pick up some of this yellow, and there are no rules here, you guys. It's so liberating and so fun. You can just smoosh those colors over your page like that. Yeah, I really like it. But it's a pretty deep yellow. Then let me use a little bit of this lighter yellow. This is more like lemon color. Here and there, okay. And then I'm thinking maybe a little bit more water here. And then I'm thinking green, so I want this one. Oh, how gorgeous this is. I love it. Okay, so let me, and you can see I'm just using my paintbrush and I'm smooshing the paint over. Don't worry about any spots that you miss, you know, with your smooshing. We will fix that all later. We are currently just applying the first layer of our medium. Okay, like this. And I want some more of this here. This is so pretty. Okay, and then maybe the other green as well. This is much warmer. Okay, like this. And also, you know, don't worry if you're kind of not loving what you're getting. I'm kind of used to it, but whenever I start a mixed media project, you know, there is this phase where it just doesn't look good, where you think like there's nothing you can do with it and to make it better. It just doesn't work, but it works in the end, so have faith in the process. So let me pick some maybe some of this light blue as well. And I'm keeping my paintbrush quite wet. So my paint is wet, my paintbrush is wet, and I like how it mixes with yellow and with green and gives me this pretty teal color. And maybe some more here, like that. Okay, so whenever you feel like your page is pretty much covered up, we can kind of finish the first layer. And I'm going to take my my heat tool again, and I'm also going to take a tissue or a paper towel to dab the excess. And you will see that dabbing it also kind of creates nice patterns. So don't be afraid to dab the excess of the paint, especially that with that much water it's not going to dry quickly. Okay, so it's pretty much dry. It's an interesting first layer, and let's add some more color. So I'm going to spray it again. This will activate the watercolor that we already have here and make it a little bit flowy, but we will also be adding some more colors. So I think I want to start with the blue. So I want more teal on these pages. And you will see that the second layer is much more vibrant. So now some more yellow. Maybe just a tad bit of pink. This is, when it's mixing with yellow, it gets a little bit muddy, so I'm just going to take the excess off. I much prefer to mix it with blue to get the purple color. So pink here. Cool. Okay, now what you can do is to add even more water, make it all flow, and mix nicely all the colors together. Don't be afraid to experiment and to just let it flow. And if you don't like some parts, you can just dab it off, and look how cool this looks where I dabbed off the paint with my paper. Okay, let me dry this. Okay, so this is interesting. And the last step on this page, before we move to the next one, we'll be adding some splatters. And let me add some blue splatters. So I'm just using a wet brush and I'm dabbing it in paint, and I'm just kind of, well, you can see what I'm doing with my hand and the paintbrush to add some splatters. I'm not using too much force because then the splatters kind of go everywhere, but just the splatters just add something really nice to the page. So I really like adding them. Okay. Okay, let me dry this. Hey guys, so if you want to add even more layers of interest to it, oh, and this part here, do you see it? It's soaked through to the other side. So this is a part where I did not put gesso, and this is what happened. So, but the rest is fine. It didn't soak through at all. So if you want to add a little bit more interest to it, you can add some water splashes just clear water splashes. Then you will wait like maybe half a minute or something for the watercolor to activate, and then you will dab the water with your paper towel and you will see those lighter splatters or, you know, spots on your pages, so that's fun too. And in the meantime, while I'm giving the water time to activate, let me show you another page that I did using the same technique. So this is with like totally different colors, but I did basically the same. So watercolor, then the second layer of watercolor, then some splatters, and then some water droplets to activate the paint and to dab them off then. So let's try this. Let's try to dab the water of this, and I don't know if you can see it, the effect is kind of delicate, but I definitely see the difference in textures. So try it, you might love it. Okay, so let's put this aside, let's give it time to dry, and we will move on to the next page, next technique, and yeah, and then when we have done all of them, we will make the tabs. Okay, so for this next technique, we are going to be using spray inks, and I've chosen a few colors. I have distress inks from Tim Holtz and also dilutions inks, and both of these are water soluble, so it means that they will react with water like watercolors. So this is what you want to use if you want them to blend well and kind of have the watercolor effect that we are going for. And so I've chosen Shaded Lilac and Evergreen Bow from Tim Holtz, and also After Midnight and Vibrant Turquoise from Dilutions, and you will find the colors linked in the description. My page is prepped with gesso. Let's hope I did a better job than I did with my first one. But even if you have some spots when the inks go through, it doesn't matter. So for this, again, we want to spray it with water, and be generous with water this time, guys, and you will see the magic. And now we can start adding our inks and see how stunning it is. Oh my goodness, I love these. Okay, so this is After Midnight. Some vibrant turquoise. Oh, definitely vibrant. Maybe a little bit of Evergreen Bow, which is kind of like deep, a little bit of teal in it. And I think I may want even more of this After Midnight, because we have quite a lot of purple in my kit. Okay. Ooh, look at this, guys, so pretty. So we can smoosh it again, we can let the inks flow. Oh, this is scrumptious. Okay, we can leave some parts like with the spray effect. We can dab some parts off to just have more interest in our page. We can add some color. So let's say I want to add some, oops, not this. I wanted to add water and add some more turquoise here. Okay, like that. Maybe dab off a little bit of this dark purple. Yeah, okay. So you can of course let it dry, but I think I'm actually going to dry it with my heat tool again, just playing with it a little bit, letting it flow. I love it. Okay, I would like some more here, so let me add water first. Yeah, really like how the color just flows on my page. And again, this is possible because I added clear gesso beforehand. Okay, so let me dry this. Okay, wow, how stunning is this? How interesting. So what we are going to use now are some stencils to make it even more interesting. And what I want to show you is a very, very simple technique of using stencils with water-based media. And these are both by Tim Holtz, by the way. So I'm going to take these leaves, and what I have here is just a baby wipe, or you know, you can have a piece of wet towel, and we are going to go a little bit randomly with a wipe and wipe off the ink because it reacts with water. So you can see we have those beautiful leaf impressions where we wiped off the ink. Okay, this is gorgeous. The ink, look at this, guys, how gorgeous. And I have this like dots stencil as well, so let me create some dots, but by wiping more of this ink like that. This is super pretty, and I'm super shaking my tripod right now, so on my whole desk, so sorry about that. Trying not to shake it too much. And here you can see it kind of soaked into the paper, so I won't be able to do that much because it's already soaked, so I'm not going to be able to activate it, but we still did get a little bit of an impression here. And the last thing, I think that it needs some splatters. What I'm going to use is I'm going to use white gesso this time. So this is again from Talons, and because gesso is kind of thicker than watercolor and even than acrylic paint, so we will take some on our brush and water it down like that, and we'll see if it gives us some pretty white splatters. Woo, white splatters going everywhere. This is not the perfect brush for doing this, and I also have my puppy right here licking my hand and I'm trying not to get gesso on her, but yeah, it's working. And it's giving a nice look. And I think that's it for this page, so I will set it aside, let it dry, and yeah, we will move on to the next technique, and we will come back to this page soon. For this last one, we are going to be using some acrylics, so there's really something for everyone. Whatever you have on hand, you can use to make beautiful pages and beautiful tabs. So yes, we are going to be using acrylic paints and a white brush. This is like a painter's brush, you know, for where you paint walls. It's the cheapest of the cheap, really, and it's a dry brush. We are going to be dry brushing our acrylics, and what I have here are again dilutions paints. You don't have to have expensive paints. I love these, but you can use very cheap ones. But I have colors Periwinkle Blue, so inky, Periwinkle Blue, Laid Back Lilac, and Rose Quartz. And yeah, let's start. Oh, I also have this gold acrylic paint. This is like metallic gold, so this will add nice touch. And yeah, let's start just brushing our paint on our page without thinking too much about it. On some spots I will leave those brush lines, on others I will have the solid color like I have here. So yeah, just really don't think too much about it, guys. Then I will change the color, add some some of this pink. I'm just smooshing my paint brush over it to just give more texture. I really like when the brush lines are showing, you know. Okay, and because I don't want my colors to blend, and these acrylics, the dilution ones blend so well, I will dry this now. Okay, so let me add some more layers of paint here. I think, some more of this pink. And just have fun with it, you know. You can paint it, you can just dab it on your page like I'm doing here. Gives a really nice effect too. And then maybe some purple. Tone it down a little bit. And the last layer that I want to add is the gold. Oh yes, the gold just makes everything sort of come to life, really. It's beautiful. So gorgeous. It's beautiful. Let me dry this. Okay guys, so the messy part of the project is pretty much done. Let's see what we have so far. So we have this beautifully textured page that we made with acrylics. Then we have this one, which has so much going on and I love it. And it was made with inks. And then we have these two. This one I made off camera and this one we made together, which is made with watercolor papers, watercolor paints, and we have some splatters all around, and you can see how varied the patterns are on this. I really love it. So now, how do we make these into tabs? And of course, once you have these, you can make anything with them. You can cut out tags, you can cut out journaling cards, you can make pockets, anything really. But I really like making tabs because, first of all, I love tabs in my journals, and second, I just think these look so unique as tabs, you know, when they are hand painted. So I have this die, and this is like maybe 1.5 inch circle. This is what I'm going to be using. If you have any circle die or any shaped die, really, you don't have to use a circle like I am. And also a punch would work great. And we are just going to be cutting or punching circles from those papers. And yeah, and I will show you what we will do with them next. So first, what I want to do, I want to take my paper cutter and I want to cut strips from these papers that I am going to be cutting circles from. This will make it much more comfortable to cut. And let me just check how much I need. I think 2 inches will be safe. So I'm going to cut them into roughly 2-inch stripes. And I think I will leave myself some some of those papers to, you know, to just do something else with them if I choose to, because I really like how they look. So okay, let me just cut them quickly. I have my stripes of paper, and now we will just go ahead and cut or punch our circles like this. So there will be, in my case, approximately 4 on one stripe. And just a tip here, guys, don't throw away the scraps. So when you cut out your circles and you will be left with those narrow scraps, don't throw them away. I will show you probably in the next video or something. I will show you how to make something exciting with them. So okay, so let me cut my circles and I will be back with you in a sec. Okay, so I think we have enough to play with. I love them. Look how unique and how colorful and how cute they are. And yeah, so this was so much fun. And here is what I meant about the long scraps, you know. Don't throw them away. Look at how gorgeous the edging here is, and you've painted it, so don't throw it away. I will show you in a future scrap ephemera video what you can make with these, and I think you will like it, so keep those. And now for our tabs. To make them even more interesting, I'm going to be using a gold gilding wax or paste, I think it is. This comes from Daily Art in color gold. So I'm just going to use it with my finger to kind of go around my tabs, add this additional bling to them. I just love gold. Like that. Additional shine. Okay, so I have to. So you can use any gilding wax or any gold paste, or if you have Inca Gold, which is a gold texture paste, it will work perfectly well as well. Just feel like it brought them kind of to another level. It really brought them to life, don't you think? I love this gold and how messy it is. So how do we make it into tabs? Here are our journal signatures, and now we are going to be using 2 of those per one tab. You don't have to use 2 of those, but I like kind of to have them double-sided, so no matter how you turn your page, you will see the nice colors and nice pattern. So let's start with this first signature, and let's see where could we put a tab. Like, I think this page, oh sorry, you don't see, I think this page could use a tab, and because we have this blue going on here, maybe we will choose one of these. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to glue half of my circle onto the page like this, and then the other half, or the whole circle, on the back side of this. Let's make sure they are aligned. You don't want white edges coming off. Okay, so here's our tab. Doesn't it look just gorgeous? And stay tuned, because we're not done with this one. We will add something more. So let's see another page. And you know, you don't want them to stick out too much because they are paper, not fabric, so they would bend if they stick out too much out of your cover, so keep that in mind. I think maybe on this page, something like this. Yeah, or this even. Oh, this is so gorgeous. And it matches the color so well. Okay, so we could have it like this. Yeah, pretty. Okay. Where else we could have our tab? Maybe, so we have this here. Could have one here, I'm thinking. This would look beautiful. So which one? Oh, this is not gilded. Which one would we like here? Maybe this one with the pink. Okay, let's see how we're looking. Okay, I might want to add one more somewhere here now. So again, I'm thinking this green. Okay, where else? So I'm just going to look at this, guys. Isn't this so sweet? So maybe up there somewhere. I would like one up there. So this is how the edge of our journal looks like. I think it's so sweet. And what I wanted to do as well, and maybe I want one more. Do you have any free pages to put a tab on? Oh, I have this one. We could put one right here. Yeah, and these are so unique, guys, you know. Every time you will make them, they will look differently, and every time anyone else makes them, they will look differently. So that's a great way to add a unique, absolutely unique touch to your journals and to your work, because of course you don't have to use these just for journals. What I have in mind is I want to decorate some of these further, not all of these, because that would just be too crazy, I think. But some of these. So we will add eyelets through them, and we will add some charms and some sari silk maybe. Okay, so let me punch through some of them with my crocodile first. So let me find some eyelets to put in those. Okay, and one more thing that I will take will be a few of these bulb pins, and I'm thinking 2 bulb pins, and through 2 of those I will thread some sari silk. Let's pick some charms. I have my flowers up here. So what would I want for this journal? I think this would look nice because it's like a flower in a circle, so it kind of goes with the circle tab idea. And maybe this rose. This is one of my favorite charms. It's so cute. And then why don't we add some beads to it as well? So let's see. I would like to add some of these seed beads, I think they are called. Okay, so here is our first one. This is what it looks like. Then the second one, let's see, maybe up there. So now we have 2 charms. They look cute. And for the other 2, I have some organza ribbons and also some more of the sari silk that we kind of chose as a theme color for our journal because it works so well with it. So let me see, we have a place here and here. So first I think I'll go with the organza ribbons. So I have 2 colors. I have this like cream, if I can find the ends, and this pretty gold, and I really think that if we combine those 2, they will look so pretty. So I'm not sure how much I want, so I'll just cut them here. Now I will thread them through this eyelet. Which one? This one. Down here. Okay. and I want to make a little bow, so that's why I cut that much. Maybe I will first double knot it and then, okay, so it's secure, and then we will add this little bow here, and we'll see how this looks on the journal. Cute. Okay, so here it is. Isn't this just lovely? Okay, and for this one I want to have a little bit, I actually have this little offcut, maybe this will be enough. Let's see. To just thread it again through the eyelet. We don't need another bow. We want to kind of differentiate, you know, between what we make with these tabs, to keep them interesting. Okay. Yep. Okay, guys, so this is what we have. I really think it looks so pretty. Let's see how it will actually look in a journal. So you can see they will be sticking out of the cover a little bit, not too much though, which is great. And I love the color and the texture that they give. So let's see, just a quick flip through again of what we have. So we have our tab here with this charm and some beads, then another one here. This is so cute, with the bow out of organza ribbons. Then we have one here, one down here. This is so pretty. Okay, then we have one up here with another charm, and then the last one down here. Yeah. So just imagine how gorgeous it will look when you add them all over your journal. I think they are just so unique, and yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this project. I hope you will enjoy making some of them and playing with mixed media. Yeah, so let me know if you enjoyed this, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye!